Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a big question: how do we fix American political life? It's no secret that our system feels broken: gridlock, polarization, distrust. But what if I told you that two bold changes could shake things up for the better? I'm talking about eliminating political parties and campaign donations. Sounds radical, right? Stick with me because this could change everything. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about political parties. In the US, it's basically a tug-of-war between Democrats and Republicans. These parties aren't just teams, they're gatekeepers. They decide who runs, shape the policies we debate, and honestly, they make us pick sides before we even hear the ideas. A 2020 Pew Research study found that 80% of Americans see partisan division as a huge barrier to getting things done. Think about it: how often do you vote for a party label instead of really digging into what a candidate stands for? Now imagine a world without parties. Candidates run as individuals: no red team, no blue team, just people with ideas judged on their merits. Without parties, politicians could work together without fear of being labeled a traitor. Look at Nebraska's unicameral legislature: it's nonpartisan and they get stuff done because they focus on policies, not party loyalty. Plus, it opens the door to new voices. A 2023 Gallup poll showed 63% of Americans want a third party. But why stop there? Ditch parties entirely and you'd see more diverse candidates: younger folks, minorities, independents, without needing a party's blessing. That's a democracy that actually looks like America. Okay, now let's talk money. Campaign donations are the fuel of our political machine, but they're also its biggest flaw. In 2020, the presidential election cost $14 billion according to the Center for Responsive Politics. A chunk of that came from wealthy donors, corporations, and shady PACs. When candidates rely on big money, who do you think they're really working for? Spoiler, it's not always you. Picture this: a senator needs millions to win re-election. A corporation donates a huge sum. Suddenly, policies like tax breaks or deregulation start looking real friendly to that donor. It's no wonder a 2021 Pew survey found only 20% of Americans trust the government to act in our interest. It feels like democracy's for sale. So what's the fix? Ban campaign donations and switch to public funding. Countries like Norway and Sweden do this. They give candidates equal budgets to campaign, no private money allowed. A 2019 Brennan Center study showed public funding cuts donor influence and lets candidates focus on voters, not fundraising. Politicians could stop spending half their time begging for cash. Politico says they spend 30–50% of their day fundraising. Here's the kicker: banning donations doesn't just reduce corruption, it rebuilds trust. When you know your senator isn't beholden to a billionaire, you start believing your vote matters, and that's huge. Now I know what you're thinking: this sounds great, but it's tough to pull off. Political parties are baked into our system, and big money fights hard to stay in power. The Supreme Court Citizens United ruling in 2010 called spending free speech, so banning donations would need serious legal work, maybe even a constitutional amendment. And without party labels, voters might feel lost at first. But here's how we start: test nonpartisan elections locally like Seattle does with its primaries. It's issue-focused, not party-driven. For donations, we could push public funding programs like New York City's matching funds for small donations. It's not perfect, but it's a step toward fairness. Imagine a system where every candidate gets the same budget and voters pick based on ideas, not who has the flashiest ads. So what's the payoff? A political system that works for us. No parties means less tribalism, more collaboration. No donations means politicians serve voters, not donors. Issues like healthcare, climate change, or economic inequality get tackled because they're urgent, not because they fit a party script. Fixing American politics isn't easy, but ditching parties and donations could be a game changer. It's about putting people over power. What do you think? Could this work? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this conversation going. If you liked this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos on making our world better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.